the Utes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Well, that's a great job on the blitz, getting the sack, showing you his speed right there. And with that play, he's making some of the great Golden Domer linebackers of old proud. Guys like Manti Te'o, Jalen Smith.
Couldn't fight his way out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
He'll take it on the return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. To the air, it's Carr. Shoots it to the left. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Nobody fooled with the trickeration. It'll bring up 4th down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And they're able to get him down.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
And the Utes will send out the punt unit. First part was gorgeous. Let's see if he can do it again. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here come the Irish back on offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Well, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Looking downfield, it's Carr. Quarterback extends the play. Fires to the tight end. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding a hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it?
Man, the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him, working away. Nice job being on the same page, getting the first down.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Steps away. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
The give to the back. He breaks a tackle. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Forced out of the pocket. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Oh, it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Well, everything was going so well for this team early here in this game, and now all of a sudden they get a critical mistake. And you know how college football, David, is about momentum. What is their defense going to be able to do here now when they take it?
You're right, man. The momentum swings so fast, and now this defense's job is to go out and stop it, right? Like, we made a mistake. You huddle the guys up, sudden change. Be aware they might take a shot down the field, but let's grab the momentum right back.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Caught, close to the marker, it's Glover. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat. You're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But that great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the snap, it's Price. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. They'll run play action. Looking to scramble. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket, and good perimeter.
Sends it downfield. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And he was looking for the pick 6. He'll have to settle for getting it inside the 30. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great, so David, they really got to be able to put something positive together on this drive.
Put something positive together, be aggressive, but don't be reckless. Can't have any more of those turnovers.
The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He stopped immediately. Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. football with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives, and the best way to try...
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And when you think about free safeties, you think about hitters, right? You think about guys that spin down in the box. You don't think about coverage as much as you do with corners. But a nice job by staying with this man. Man-to-man coverage isn't always easy proposition. But it's a good job staying with this guy, making the INT.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. What a move to get home for the sack. When the Irish get to the quarterback, sometimes you think Rudy, but this time you think a dude.
A dude. And listen, the more guys you get like this that can put his hand in the dirt and go get the quarterback, the easier it becomes to call defense.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
The Utes send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Here come the Irish back on offense. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Give to the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on 1st down.
The quick out. Slips a tackle and he's got room. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
Well, we always talk about the importance on defensive tackling. This secondary, they're going to have to really play with great effort and do a better job tackling these wideouts.
Back to throw, it's Carr. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Just about had another one picked off. They have been way too reckless with the football, throwing it away 3 times already. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Going back to the well, another deep ball. He's got it down the left side. Touchdown, Irish! Once he got some room, it was over.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to do this time and time again.
And the extra point splits the upright. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against...
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Got it set up on the outside. Breaks into the open. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen seam passes, it just never developed. So he was forced to just take what the defense gave him, and they were able to stop him short of the first down.
And when you're a defense and you get 3rd and long and you know exactly where those sticks are, you set your feet at them, they throw it underneath, I go rally, make the tackle. Perfect 3rd down and long execution by this defense.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. To the air, it's Carr. Catch in the middle, it's Larson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Still looking on the move. Going to try to get it himself. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. They'll run the option. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Steps away to find some room. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense. Off the play fake on first down. That pass is incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again.
Turning it on!
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Quickly out to the tight end. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Punts it out of the air. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Gonna look downfield again. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's gonna have to throw for it. Defense scoops it up and he's headed the other way. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Touchdown, Notre Dame! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And he knocked that one right down the middle. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And he's coming out of the end zone. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to throw on first down. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Hand off from the shotgun. And he works his way forward and finally down at the 15. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Quick catch on third down. There he goes. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. Looking to throw on first down. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hand.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. From the gun, running back on the move. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And the Utes will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Looking for a man. It's Carr. He'll off one deep down the left side. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender. So the penalty for pass interference will allow this offense to run one more play on an untimed down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield on first down. He'll take another shot here. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Reese, very few venues provide a better stage than Sun Bowl Stadium as we bring you this first half update of the Sun Bowl from El Paso. And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this first half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the second half of the Sun Bowl.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. while that first half certainly wasn't what they had in mind, maybe a big comeback is in the offing here in bowl season.
And I think that's a nice way of saying they were awful in the first half. They were terrible. Bowl games, you wonder about motivation. One thing I know, they were clearly not motivated, Palmer.
No, they didn't look focused at all in that first half, David, but this is a team that has a ton of talent. If they can put it here together in the second half, they can close this season out with an exclamation.
To the air on first down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. Looking to pass. It's Carr. He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Looking to throw for it. Makes the grab. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
Offense facing fourth down.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. On the run, it's Jacobs. Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line. The Utes in a good spot here with second and short. Back to pass. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense. Getting the sack, getting the fumble.
Notre Dame has it now, first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. On second and goal, he gets another chance. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Off play action on first down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Offense breaks the huddle. It's third down. Now the play fake. Well, it's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time. And the Utes will call on their punt team. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Back to pass, it's Carr. Now improvising. Got out of trouble and throws. Finds his tight end. Knocked off his feet.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find their rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
On the direct snap, it's Price. It's incomplete, trying a little razzle-dazzle there, but it'll be third down.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him, got him on the ground too quick.
On the direct snap, it's Price. Looking to buy time. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. Grabbed in the middle. It's Glover. He'll work his way down to the 28.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Pulls it and fires to the left. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Looking for the score. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. And they were most fortunate to catch up to him there. He almost turned that into a pick six.
Man, and he had a convoy, too. As soon as he had the ball, he just looked around him. There was just a lot of open green, and he took off. Great job by his teammates on defense getting...
And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. On the move, it's Jacobs. He'll push his way out to the 38, pickup of 3. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Caught behind the line. It's Jacobs. Oh, he's got some space. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Rushes on him. Hit as he throws. Got a man. It's Anderson. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Wants to go up top on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
What a beautiful day for the defense. A sack for you, a sack for you. Everybody gets a sack. Everything good happening for this defense.
And the Utes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Encroachment defense.
Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the Oak. And now on second down for this offense. The inside handoff. Makes his man miss. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. The Utes come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. He'll go to the sneak. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Wilson to pass. Finds his big tight end. He'll step out of bounds at the 11.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making a catch.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. The run from the shotgun. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Quarterback on the keeper. Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be 1st and goal from the 4. And the Utes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Utah! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into defense because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. He's got it. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
And they can't make the connection, and 3 quarters are in the books as we head to the 4th. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Here's a heat. Back open in the middle. Breaks into the open. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Notre Dame right back to the line.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Irish!
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Encroachment defense.
The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. Handoff to the lone back. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Utes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He'll pull it on the read. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage from no gain on the play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Encroachment defense.
Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. The penalty gets back a few, but it's still 3rd and 8. Wilson will throw. Got his man quickly. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Utes will punt it away on 4th down. Now on the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Here come the Irish back on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Man, I love this guy's toughness. All game long, he's been getting hit. He's been sacked multiple times, and here we are late in the game. He's still staring down the barrel, gets nailed, but's able to deliver a big completion for his offense.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Moving away from pressure. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Trying play action. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Quarterback may change this route. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Throws to the back. Converts on 4th down. Still going. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's 4th down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, and because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down and distance like that, comes up with a huge 1st down.
Dropping back, it's Carr. Dumps it to the back. Right on target this time. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Here's the pressure. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running down the hill and making a tackle.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Oh, they tricked him. It's a fake. He wants to throw. And they thought they could pull off the surprise. Well, the surprise was on them. A stop. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Caught over the middle. It's Lewis. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
After the strong run on second down, third down coming. Do they do it again? Wilson to pass. He lost it high and deep down the left side.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Hard-nosed, determined effort to work his way up to the 35-yard line. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're
turning it on. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. First and 10 from the 39. The pitch. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one. Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Looking for an open area to his left. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down. Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season, also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors on the right foot.
He's got it! Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy. Just keep going at them.
Yeah, until you stop me. And I think the offense, you can tell, it's pretty clear. They're going to keep their foot on the...
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
He'll return it. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. Got the quick completion. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Utes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll run the option. And he didn't get the pitch off, and he paid the price. Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Let's see what they do on third down. Wilson will throw. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the first down. And the Utes will try to pin them back with the punt. No fair catches here, looking for room. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Dances away. They get to him as he throws. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he's thrown another interception. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Utes!
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here come the Irish, back on offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this. And this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Nearly another interception. It'll be second down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Notre Dame right back to the line.
Third down coming up.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air. It's Carr. Looking for a deep man. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Got room on the return.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts.
Encroachment defense.
So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. These guys in a much better position after that penalty on the D. Now it's 2nd and 7. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
Punt is in the air. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Wants to throw on first down. He slings it deep to the left. He's got it. Gets loose in the middle. Bulldozes his way through. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Wilson to pass. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he is brought to the ground, and that's how we'll wrap this one up. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
And with that, the season comes to a close for these two teams. Another